And evening, when I was discussing with one of my students, he also raised a point about this so-called HR background rounds. Okay, when you join a company, they do this background rounds. See, one thing is, this is not there around, this is for newcomers and freshers. Please note, this is not there around 10-15 years ago. And there is a lot of fraud and other stuff. People do this forgery and other stuff. Slowly, companies have adopted this background checks. Even when I went to Akamai, they have done the background check of my schooling and all my past recruitment. Past 4 to 5. See, they can't go and do in depth. It is also going to cost them money and they can't sit with that. See, please note, it all depends how much they are ready to spend. Is they, is they recruiting some CIA agent? Maybe they do. They are not doing that. They are just getting a developer and they do some extent of background check. Okay, that's all it is. And that is slowly started a norm. It started around 2007 or something, getting more common in India. Before that, it is not there. Okay, so there is no background check. So in the background check, I perfectly accept they can do background check about your schooling, your academics, I mean to say college, whatever it is. They can do background check about your past experience, but there is again one more catch. See, you should never do a background check about your conduct. They should never do such thing. If the HR does, and if this becomes a norm in the industry, now what happens is, let's assume there is a problematic manager. Due to that guy working under him or her have quit this company, and then he started searching elsewhere a job. Now what happens if the HR asks the past manager whether this guy is a good guy or not? How come he will give a good opinion about him? So there is a sort of fundamental issue when you do a background check. How can you do a background check of a divorcee? Let's assume I want to marry a divorced lady. What if I call her ex-husband and ask how this lady is? It's like that. How can you do a background check on someone and about a conduct? You should never do that. If any HR puts this practice, I just tell you, unite, let's unite, stand against this. This is not something you should do that. They can do a background check whether he had genuinely worked in the company, whether he had genuinely did that academics. They can do the background check, but they should not do the conduct verification. It should be really condemned. Okay, you should never do a background check, because if you do the background check and if they make this as a mandatory system everywhere in every company, and they say that we are following this and all that, we are following for our own good and other nonsense. Again, I'm saying, when they hire you, they have full liberty to fire you anytime. Okay, so they don't need to worry about, you don't need to check all these things. It is not like marriage or something. Okay, marriage is a full lifetime commitment with conditions apply, and that we have options these days like divorce and all. And as we Indians know, if you are born some 500 years back, there is no option as divorce. Actually, you have to live with this person. There is no exceptions. Okay, so if you can't live with that person, maybe the guy sometimes runs away as a sannyasi, saint, whatever it is, and he will abscond. That's all it is. So I'm telling you, you can do a background check about his past experience, about whether he genuinely worked. Also, sometimes his salary, and salary is quite easy. You can check his bank statements and also his Form 16 and also IT returns and other stuff. So it is fine. You can also do his academics, but you should never ever do background checks on his performance or his conduct and stuff like that. This is a big goof up. If anyone HR puts this as a practice, I say to you, just use your rights. They are not supposed to do this. Okay, they are not supposed to do this conduct verification, because if any time this becomes mandatory, everyone will take advantage of this, and everyone is going to really take advantage of this stuff. It is not something should happen. This is good that one of my student told that, and I told they can do background check about experience, but they should not do background checks about conduct. Okay, so this is what